From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the News 8 Daily 8 Podcast with Wish TV's Kylie Conway. A Wish TV News 8 update.
Hi, this is Kylie Conway, and this is your News 8 Daily 8 for Friday, May 27th. A cooler afternoon will be untapped in the week. Some isolated scattered shower chances. If you have plans to head to IMS for Carb Day today, some of the events could be affected by the rain, so keep that in mind. Highs are set to get into the upper 60s to low 70s. Severe weather hits central Indiana. In Montgomery County, the National Weather Service confirmed a tornado did touch down just after 7:30 last night in Waynetown at State Road 25 and I-74. It's about 12 miles west of Crawfordsville. Local law enforcement called it large and extremely dangerous. When our crews got there last night, they just found some flooded areas. The Waynetown Fire Department says there was no damage. And we had some breaking news overnight. Police say a man was shot and killed on the east side. It happened just before 2 this morning at the Carriage House East Apartments. That's near 42nd and Mithofer. IMPD says the man died at the scene and shortly died after officers got there. Detectives are working to find out what happened. Police ask anyone with information to contact IMPD or anonymously call Crime Stoppers. And yes, it is Carb Day at IMS, the final day for drivers to test their skills ahead of Sunday. For the first time since 2019, the Carb Day concert is back. Gates open at 8 o'clock this morning and close at 6. The final practice is from 11 to 1. The Ruoff Mortgage Pit Stop Challenge is also back this year. It's from 2:30 to 4. Gates open for Carb Day concert at 3 this afternoon, and the concert goes from 4 to 6. And Speedway's annual Rockin' on Main is also today. The town says there's live music from 2 different bands, drinks, food trucks, and axe throwing. There's also a kids area with bounce house and games. It's happening from 5 to 10 tonight between 14th and 16th Streets. And as the Speedway will be back at full capacity for the first time since 2019, track president Doug Bowles is sharing some safety tips. He encourages fans to come early. Items like guns, glass containers, bikes, golf carts, and illegal drugs are prohibited. Coolers and bags will be checked at the gate. Race fans are also encouraged to plan ahead for parking. There will be parking restrictions in the town of Speedway. Police also plan to close down Georgetown Road until about an hour before the race, as well as parts of 16th Street. Country singer Blake Shelton will serve as this year's Grand Marshal for the race. He'll give drivers the official command to report to their cars. Shelton is a guest of Jimmy Johnson, and the pair also collaborated on the design of Johnson's helmet. Governor Eric Holcomb says Lilly's Boone County development could anchor a development incubator. Lilly announced just yesterday it would build the 2 pharmaceutical manufacturing sites there. Holcomb says if Boone County leaders agree, the development would go on a 7,000-acre tract that the Indiana Economic Development purchased earlier this year. Indiana Secretary of Commerce Brad Chambers says the end goal is for the area to become a research and development park. Boone County officials have the final say on its approval. 2 Indianapolis FBI agents will not face charges in connection to the Larry Nassar case. The U.S. Department of Justice made the announcement yesterday. A report from the Justice Department last year said the 2 mishandled initial sex abuse claims, then lied about it during an internal investigation. The department initially decided not to file charges to only reconsider them after an explosive congressional hearing in 2021. Nassar is serving what amounts to a life sentence for sexually abusing girls and women. People are criticizing Texas law enforcement after authorities share a clearer timeline of the elementary school mass shooting that killed 19 students and 2 teachers. Texas authorities say it all began at 11:28 Tuesday morning when the 18-year-old crashed his truck and shot at 2 people at a funeral home. At 11:40, officials say he entered the school through an unlocked door. 7 officers arrived at the school 4 minutes later. When they tried to enter, they received gunfire and took cover, calling for backup. The Texas Department of Public Safety is defending the officers' actions, saying if they had continued, there would have likely been even more casualties. It took about another hour until 12:45 for Border Patrol agents to force entry into the classroom, shooting and killing the suspect. About 500,000 additional cans of specialty baby formula are headed to the United States. The FDA says Danone Nutricia is the supplier. The shipment is specifically for children with multiple food allergies or who are allergic to milk. The formula will be distributed through direct orders, healthcare facilities, hospitals, and pharmacies. The FDA says it's also in discussion with other manufacturers and suppliers to get additional formula to the United States. To I-Team 8 now, the man federal investigators say carried out the largest financial scam in the Midwest will be back in an Indianapolis federal courtroom next week. Tim Durham will be pleading his case for release from prison. A federal jury convicted the businessman and two partners for cheating investors out of more than $200 million almost 10 years ago. Durham claims he's in jail due to several mistakes made by his lead attorney, John Topkins. He'll have 4 days to make his case beginning Tuesday. Durham is serving a 50-year federal prison sentence. All right, some good news here. Marion County residents can swim for free this summer, but the bad news is there are far fewer pools that will be open. Indy Park says only 8 of its 17 pools will open a week from Saturday. Indy Park says it has only hired 82 of the 224 lifeguards it needs. The pools are Bethel Park, Ellenberger Park, Frederick Douglass, Garfield, Indy Island Aquatic Center, Perry Park, Thatcher Park, and Willard Park. Those will be open. Again, it's free to swim, but you do need a pass to go to a pool. You can get one starting Tuesday next week at Indy Park's Family Center or pool location, or at the Customer Service Center at Riverside Regional Park. Adults must show a state-issued ID. A ruling in New York is requiring former President Donald Trump, his daughter Ivanka, and son Donald Trump Jr. to sit for depositions. The statements would be regarding the New York Attorney General's civil investigation into Trump's business dealings there in New York. In January, Letitia James' office said it found significant evidence indicating false or misleading asset valuations in financial statements. Trump was found in contempt last month for not submitting documents. He paid $110,000 in fines. The Trumps still have the ability to appeal the ruling to a higher court. McLaren Racing is planning to build a new IndyCar facility in Boone County. Its CEO says the team's investing $25 million into a new 25,000 square foot site in Whitestown. It would create up to 175 new high-wage jobs by the end of 2025. Construction on the facility is set to begin this fall with plans to open by early 2024. Tributes fill social media after the death of Ray Liotta. Local sports entertainment personality Joey Molinaro tweeted, "Always wish my life could have been narrated by Ray Liotta, Goodfellas style. Rest in peace." Liotta's publicist says he died in his sleep while in the Dominican Republic working on the film Dangerous Waters. The actor is also best known for his role as Shoeless Joe Jackson in Field of Dreams. He was 67 years old. Justin Timberlake is selling his entire song catalog to a management company. Hypnosis Song Management announced the purchase of Timberlake's copyrights on songs he wrote or co-wrote. That adds up to a total of about 200 songs. According to the Wall Street Journal, people familiar with the sale say it's valued at more than $100 million. Timberlake joins a list of recent music stars who are selling the rights to their music, including Bob Dylan and Neil Young. Have a great weekend, everybody. If you're headed to the race, be safe and have fun. This has been your News 8 Daily 8 for Wish TV. I'm Kylie Conway, online at wishtv.com, and follow us on Facebook when you search Wish TV.
This is the News 8 Daily 8 podcast with Wish TV's Kylie Conway. A Wish TV News 8 update on demand. For even more, on demand and on the go. Connect with Wish TV on Facebook at wishtv.com and on the free Wish TV mobile app. Thank you for listening. And be sure to like, subscribe, and follow this podcast for updates every weekday morning on the All Indiana Podcast Network and wherever you get your podcast.